And this Business Associates Nature's Prophet could be played as 4 or 5 carry mid. I mean, Envy Nature's Prophet. I honestly feel like it's going to be an Envy Nature's Prophet because they tend to early pick Envy his mid heroes. And it's hard to beat Nature's mid. I honestly don't know what would beat it, like a Timbersaw.
Void Incarnate.
Void Spirit comes in for Quincy Crew. Yeah, it seems like Nature's Prophet early in the game. And like we've been talking about, that level 6, you get Wrath of Nature, you have that extra damage, you have the mobility coming in. Like, right now, the lockdown for Quincy Crew, I think, is enough to maybe scare away a potential Storm pick. If you were to go, like, Nature's Prophet for snaking even.
10 seconds remaining.
In the 4. Or Nature's Prophet in, like, a 3.
Five seconds
Brax
remaining.
can definitely take this hero. We'll see. It's been a while since he's played that. It has been a while. Let's see. So Void Spirit, Earthshaker, Enchantress. I mean, Puck is always like the instant hero that you question, like, okay, should this be picked after a Void Spirit comes out?
Mm-hmm.
Radiant team pick.
And they go Snaking's Earth Spirit. So you've got a silence available to you with the Geomagnetic Grip. I wouldn't be surprised to see Nature's Prophet also go to an early Orchid. You know, you want to have multiple silences out there. Make sure that you can continually keep Void Spirit from getting away. With the Dissimilate, with the Astral Step, like, he is
remaining.
a bit of a nuisance to deal with.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely. This the Earth Spirit, very good against the Earthshaker as well, because it's a backline hero, and the Geomagnetic Grip is so long range that you can, you know, roll in, you can grip, and then the grip will, of course, come through whoever you targeted it on, and then as well as the hero that you go on. So you can kind of frontline and backline on Earth Spirit, which is a nice pickup there for the 4 position to deal with these heroes. Let's see. There's a lot of it's like a lot of kind of squishy heroes on Business. They're pretty frontline. Like Luna's short range, or Spirit rolls in, Witch Doctor kind of runs in. Got all the summons from Nature's. Honestly, like another Legion game wouldn't be too bad.
It was definitely a tough one there for Lewis in the last game. You're asking for a lot, which he died a lot. He got a bunch of duels out, but it was so hard for him. They go to the Enigma here. It was so hard for him to get anything. Like, once you duel, it's like you're stunned. Everybody has a stun on the side of Business Associates. What do you really expect him to do inside a duel? But this time, now, big on the team fight. You have Eidolons to work with. You go to the Enigma. I like this pick.
The only concern that I have is the laning phase is just god-awful for Enigma in this game, because Luna has glaives to clear up the Eidolons. Witch Doctor can cask the Eidolons, and they count as creeps, so they take 5 seconds stun duration. And Enigma usually these days will go for like the double Sages into Necrobook style Enigma, and that's not good against Witch Doctor. As well as Earth Spirit is pretty good at interrupting the hole in the early game. If you can get to the late game and pick up the BKB, then Enigma is incredibly strong in this game. But I think his laning is going to be quite difficult, especially with an Earthshaker.
So, are we going to see more of a black hole-oriented Enigma, or more an aura kind of oriented Enigma, you think?
I think black hole. From what I've seen Lelis build, if he does play it, it's like Necro into Mana Boots, into Blink, into BKB. Like, the Necro is basically a Midas. Remember the old Midas build? People go like Midas Enigma, and then you just go like Blink, BKB, Octarine, and basically play as a carry. Yeah. That's what you do now, except with a Necro. And it's really cool because the Necro gives you this farming speed, but also it lets you take towers. It's like a way better Midas. It's an active Midas, which Midas is just an F tier item. Like, that is a complete dog. Terrible tier item. You should, if you ever want to go Midas, just get a Necro. It's 1,000 times better, and that's exactly why Enigma is quite strong right now. But it saw a little bit of, it was coming into the meta, and then it immediately started falling off because everybody was picking stuff that would counter it in lane and pressure it early.
So now they go to the Troll for Quincy Crew. Yeah, I saw the Enigma a lot with like LGD. Old 11 was playing it a lot. They would go like, I think we talked about this maybe off game, but I was talking about the Enigma Clockwork combo that you ended up playing. I think you talked about, and it was like, you know, Enigma takes over the lane, then he gets to a certain spot, backs off, Clock takes the open lane, or no, Clock gets 6
remaining.
with Enigma off
right.
lane, and then Clock moves off and starts
5
playing aggressive with Enigma
remaining.
taking over.
Yep, it's pretty good. Earthshaker, I mean, you could do that as well with Earthshaker. It's the same thing. Like, you have this hero that likes the early levels, and he can roam away. Okay, Envy Razor. I know he loves this hero, so he's one of the few people that still played it mid when Razor was definitely falling off. Very good counter to the Troll Warlord. You suck him dry. I mean, this troll is all about running into fights, and it's like Mortal Kombat, right? It's either him or you, and Razor is the ultimate counter to that because you just suck the damage. And we have Brax on the Natures.
So it does end up being the off-lane Enigma. I mean, off-lane Nature's Prophet, sorry. Off-lane Enigma too, but the Nature's Prophet is who I wanted to talk
10
about.
seconds remaining.
Can we go ahead and zoom in on the
5
Mu
seconds
Luna
remaining.
and get the Tauntaun camera?
Yeah, I got it. I'll be on it.
I guarantee you he will be spamming this from minute 0. Mu's a cat fella. He likes his cats. He always has his profile picture set to some silly picture of his cat and post it on Twitter. He likes cats, so he spams that taunt. Envy really has no Razor items? Are you serious? Other than
The helmet.
I guess is the whip, is that an item? Or maybe that isn't. It looks a lot like the default one.
Yeah, it does look like the default one. I know the helmet's the TI one, just not in gold.
I guess Razor just doesn't really have any like crazy items. Not too crazy. Other than the golden ones, of course. Are we paused? Why is this taking so long?
There it is.
That was weird. Sometimes it feels like it takes forever.
Feed the trees.
Once again, dude, everybody but Envy.
Isn't that a pretty thing?
Envy doesn't do anything. No fun. No fun allowed.
He's just talking about how to win, man.
Alright, let me zoom in on this Luna. Let's see if I can get it. There it is. Alright, hold on.
Prepare for battle.
I got you on the showcase for this one.
Come on, Moo.
Don't make me look bad by not doing it constantly.
He was doing it constantly last time.
Yeah, last game he played it, he was doing it every second it was off cooldown.
He did it already. He just stopped when you zoomed in on him.
I can't zoom in on him anymore because they're about to fight. Sneaking pepper pops. SVG, it feels like SVG is always like a sacrificial lamb on some of these first bloods, but a great fissure from MSS.
30 seconds to battle.
Nice, you know, I said, and now I zoom out, and there it is. Of course, we'll take over the outpost. What's the biggest point of getting that outpost this early on? Like I see a lot of teams play to get that. It doesn't give you anything till 10 minutes anyway.
No, it's just something. Like if you push the enemy team off of that area, it's just
The battle
We claim it as our
begins.
own.
yeah, it's just something you can get. That's a little tiny advantage. I mean, you can TP to it. It gives a little bit of vision, but it's really not a big deal.
Such a limited imagination you have.
It's just that there's nothing better to do at this point.
Isn't that a pretty thing?
So Mu will start the game over in the bottom lane. Here with Snaking. So that puts Brax up top with this Nature's Prophet. And so far he's here all by himself as they've got 3 heroes in the bottom lane for Business Associates.
I like
Smash.
these lanes.
And the cast bounces back to SVG. He's by his tower close enough, not too much of a threat to die.
Cask really destroys those Eidolons, especially at this level where they only have 180 HP. It really takes like one Cask and a couple of right clicks and they're dead. Brax getting gone on top.
Very aggressive coming in from MSS as well as you are. You are also starting the off lane. They've got the slow on him once again. MSS no fissure for 6 seconds, but it looks as though Brax he is going to have a hard time juking his way through the trees around these heroes. But I say that, now the fissure comes in. Fairy Fire number 1. And well, Fairy Fire number 2 is on cooldown, so MSS will get first blood on Brax, snaking a little bit too late to the party.
Yeah, he definitely needs help up here. I mean, I don't see why Snake King needs to be bought. They've got the Witch Doctor Cask against a boatload of summons, so that should be a winning lane with just Moon Fear down here, honestly.
So, Moo on this Luna. Going into the Wraith Band first. Is it just your standard Luna build this game? Anything that we might see a little bit different?
I'd love to see people trying out the Mask of Madness build. I feel like it's... Some games call for it if you want to farm a little harder instead of fighting. But I imagine Moo will probably go Dom. He's a pretty early game-centric player. Like, he likes to fight. He likes to farm heroes.
Brax already sitting level 3. The quicker he can get into 6, the quicker he can be a nuisance with this Wrath of Nature. You know, he's got the teleportation too, so like when he gets this 6, it could be very much a problem here for Quincy crew, where maybe he comes bottom, they go with a Lucent Beam, Wrath of Nature thrown their way with a Cask. Like they definitely have the tools to be aggressive at the 6, you know, the level 6 point in the game.
Oh, definitely. That ability is just so busted. This is why the hero, like the main reason why the hero can be such a strong mid laner is because once you get that early level 6, any lane that you show up to is dead. I mean, you don't even need to show up to it. You just Wrath of Nature, and that's it. It's like 2 nukes worth of damage, as well as it kills all the creeps, so you can push the tower. And you just TP in and summon Treant, so you can take a tower. And no hero's strong enough at that point to defend. So him getting some solo XP up here is very good, even though it kind of costed him his life. Literally nobody's playing the musical chairs. It was a good idea. Pause games, but
Bit too much, and a bit of a lack of like choices. No reward either. Give me 50 battle pass points for winning, or even 20. I feel like people would play for 20.
People would probably play for 20. I feel like there needs to be like randomly generated games almost, or like some sort of pseudo random component to the game. Otherwise, it's just it's the exact same every time, you know.
Yeah, or make it team oriented.
That'd be pretty cool, but then that'd be kind of cheating for the team that is missing the
player. Yeah, I guess so.
Player. That would be kind of unfortunate. But I get what they're going for. I don't know if I was talking to you about this, but it's like there was something with the maybe this is just an analogy, but maybe this didn't actually happen. I actually have no idea, but apparently in London there was some discussion over like how long it takes the underground trains to go from place to place, and it was taking too long, and so they spent a ton of money on increasing the speed by just 10-15%, and customer happiness went up 5%, something small, and then they put free Wi-Fi on the trains, and it skyrocketed. People were very satisfied with that compared to the increase in speed.
So
same thing with the pause menu.
Are you saying the pause menu should give free Wi-Fi?
That is exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly it. I'd use it.
I'm down. I'd use it. So you can never disconnect from the game. It gives free Wi-Fi. But then there would never be a pause menu.
So that would fix it. Dude, we should be Valve engineers.
If they've got an opening, I have no degree. I try it.
It's okay.
Sticking an MSS, a little bit of a support duel. Boulder smash, rolling boulder misses. Prophet was thinking about coming over. Brax now slowed up. He wanted to go in onto this Earthshaker who has a fissure to throw, but Yowar will allow Brax to leave.
Out even in these lanes, a little bit favoring Quincy. Lelis down here with this Enigma, like pulling it under the tower is it's very hard to pressure him down here. Putting him safe lane, I think, was the right choice.
Where are you going?
Again, though, I think maybe they can make the move once they hit level 6, but I say that, look at the damage that SVG is doing to Moo. With these Eidolons, and all he needs is another Impetus shot. They can keep the vision, they'll throw the Impetus, they'll get the kill on a Moo. Lucent Beam's a little bit late. Fear, he doesn't have anything to throw back the way of Quincy crew, and all of a sudden, well, they've got one and maybe two. Impetus again, Malefice through, and Laylis with the kill. Both gone over bottom on the side of Business Associates.
Enchantress, man, pumping out damage. So is Lelis with that level 2 Malefice. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but 160 damage, 165. It's actually quite a bit.
Bad luck.
So a good start for Laylis.
Regeneration.
Now Envy is dead.
And dies. They were putting pressure on him mid, but they end up bringing in SVG as well. Impetus, Snake King, he might just be a second to fall. And MSS with the double kill. I'm surprised they got Envy, and then they get a second one with the rotation from Snake King. All
Yeah,
of a
he had no
sudden,
mana.
MSS is 3-0-0.
And this is right on the bounty rune spawn too, so it looks like Quincy should get an extra bounty down here, if not two. Fear's trying, but he might just feed.
Yeah, Cast doesn't bounce anywhere. MSS doesn't have the mana for a fissure, but he could just body block, have the enchant with the right click damage. It is enough. Snake King now comes in. And again, how much are you looking to engage in this spot? Moo is pulled out of lane to try and fight this, and they're still going after MSS. This is space created for sure. Finally, Moo will get the kill, but again, Laylis has a free lane bottom.
He's very close to his Necro too. And when he gets that, he can start pushing towers, taking advantage of this really free early game that he's had. Moo is so low level down here, man. Lelis is almost level 6, Moo is level 3. Almost 4, though.
Yeah, but you compare that to the Troll, who is almost level 6, so he's behind his position counterpart.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yawar is basically playing a mid-troll this game. Like, he is getting pure solo XP and solo farm.
No.
He'll be at level 6, usually a time where we see him start to really pressure other lanes.
For Acer, it's a little awkward, though.
A little bit different than the, you know, the Death Prophet or the Beastmaster that he has been very mobile with.
Yeah, this is kind of an Envy classic, but I haven't seen him play this in quite some time. Razor as a hero just generally has kind of fallen off. Quinn's doing a really good job in this lane, despite being against a Razor as a melee hero.
Are fortified.
So, with the Siege Creep Blade, with Envy with the Plasma Field, a 2,000 net worth lead already for Quincy Crew. Wow, they are not steamrolling, but they're getting the ball going. The Snake King comes in, looks for Laylis, who does have the Black Hole. Moo, though, he's attacked by Quinn, and the Black Hole hits on the 2. Brax comes over, not enough damage to kill Laylis before they're able to take out Fear and Snake King. Laylis finally falls, but the enchant is out on the Brax, so he is slowed up. Dissimulate right on top of him. Here comes Eternal Envy. the trades continue. Static Link and a lot of damage going the way of Quinn from Eternal Envy to get the kill onto both the Enigma and the Void Spirit.
So good follow-up there from Envy. He definitely needed that. He got almost 2 levels for that, like 1.5. So he's pretty happy. Maybe he can turn that into a little bit more. It does give some space for the position 4s, though, mid to farm. And I think you're happier with an Earthshaker who's farming. This hero really needs a Blink Dagger.
And Moo taking a lot of damage still. Brax looking to come through. Has himself the Sprout and the kill on SVG. This is what I was expecting from the Nature's Prophet once he hit that 6 to come over and really rotate quite a bit. And he's got Wrath of Nature in 16 seconds, so I could see it go one step further.
Get that tower. Take this space away from Lelis so he can't just keep farming down here.
Fissure, Dissimulate right on the Eternal Envy. They don't continue to go in. Envy, he's got the double damage. He's stealing this damage away from Quinn. They're going to rotate. They want to try and go in onto Eternal Envy potentially as they've got the impetus. The shot's coming through. Quinn, though, there's the Wrath of Nature. And with the double damage and the stolen damage on Eternal Envy, he'll get 1, 2, make it almost a third. The Fissure in time. Envy turns that around and ends up being a 3-for-1 with the help of Fear coming around the back.
Quinn was trying to be cheeky there. He's trying to turn that around, but was not expecting the big Wrath of Nature hit to come through. I think it hit him just about last.
And that is the power of a level 1 Wrath of Nature.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, okay. So Brax did 778 damage to him with the Wrath of Nature. That is wild.
About 10 minutes in. Both outposts are controlled by business associates. They're gonna keep themselves by the bottom one, and how do they really even get over the top one? They'll hope the Troll gets there. Meanwhile, SVG, he is cleaned up by this control squad. So yeah, they will send the Troll to go get the outpost, and he won't be discouraged from doing so. He's got it. Meanwhile, Fissure hits Eternal Envy, netted up. They get the kill onto the Razor. Quinn is nearby with Lelis. He doesn't have Black Hole for another 28 seconds. MSS's Fissure allows them to get the kill into the Razor, and it ends up being 1 outpost apiece. So they do hold the outpost, but it costs the life of the Razor. Ooh, snake in close.
Yeah, he was able to snipe both of the top runes. Man, these supports on Quincy and business are having a rough one. Just Witch Doctor running around feeding and Enchantress running around feeding. Typical position 5 support life.
With me.
Sometimes you are allowed to go greedy, and well, sometimes it's the complete opposite where you just have to be the hard 5.
The 6, if you will. Maybe even the 7.
When it gets that bad and you're the 7, it certainly feels like it's hard to even play the game of Dota. Totem misses on snaking. Did land that Fissure. But now Envy thinking about going in. Lelis does have Black Hole, so it's the omnipresence of that Black Hole being available once more. Not only that, they've got Echo Slam. So they really can bang with these team fights, and they're going to smoke his 3.
They're looking for the mid tower, mostly. Oh, they know Snaking's gonna go pick this up.
Fissure, Malefice, and Snaking trying to run. The damage is there. The Dissimulate would have killed him. They were able to get some space between him and the side of the Radiant. Wrath of Nature flies through, doing some damage onto these heroes. The Sphere comes in from behind, has the Death Ward, gets himself 1, maybe 2. MSS is sprouted up. Fear outputting so much damage, and this is what we see from him time and time again on this Witch Doctor. Just his positioning, and honestly, the hero with the ult being so low, we say it every single time. Why not throw it? Even if it gets stopped immediately, why not?
Yeah, just kill 1 guy with it, and you're already doing more than most position 5s. And that was so funny, too, starting that fight. Quincy crew baited that item drop. They knew Snaking had to walk back to go get it, the Ocean Heart, and they got the Fissure in time just because of that. Here?
Ask again. There it is with Snaking coming in with Rolling Boulder. SVG dead once more. Quinn forced to dissimulate back. All this time, though, Yowar has been slowly farming up a Battle Fury.
Is under attack.
He went phase boots 2 Wraith Bands into Battle Fury, so he kind of hedged his bets by building a few early game items, and now he's just mode farm. He feels like his team can hold out for the next few minutes at least while he farms that up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Going for the Ags first on Void Spirit. No surprise, have those 2 charges. Have those 2 silences.
Yeah, sometimes people will go for like the Yules first though if you need
Radiant's bottom
more
tower is
jump,
under
more
attack.
like instant catch. But I suppose with, Enigma Hole,
Go
he's
after Envy. Black Hole. I don't even know if that was necessary, but why not? Make sure you have that kill and they kill off the Razor.
Yeah, exactly. Just kill him. He's very farmed. He's very important. He's the mid laner.
Wrath of Nature coming in. Eclipse is used. SVG, or no, Eclipse is not used. Excuse me. SVG does end up going down to Moo. They've got Brax behind him. Echo Swim from MSS doing a lot of damage to these heroes. The Fissure hits on a Moo. They'll get the kill on a MSS. But they lose this Luna, and it looks like they're going to lose Snake King. But the Magnetize, not enough to get anything else. It's the last-ditch effort. They get the Enchantress, they get the Earthshaker, but I mean, they lost Envy, and they lost the 3+ on that afterwards.
Yeah, almost a 5-man wipe if Fear had died. It's funny, the position 5 is the only person that didn't end up dying. The guy that we talked about feeding. As much as Witch Doctor is a feeding hero, Fear stays alive. So do the cores of Quincy, so that's very important. They're all huge.
For a second, I thought I heard multiple Lucent Beams coming out. I was like, oh, Eclipse. And was not the case. He actually helped it through that entire fight. A bit surprising, but now they'll go after Yawar. Fissure on point again. Sprout hitting on MSS. They'll get around him, and with the Maledict, how big are these ticks? They should, yeah, okay. Maledict will tick, and he'll end up dead.
Man, that ability. It really feels like a big reason this hero is getting picked. The fact that you can kill these heroes that are on the more tanky side by just committing a few right clicks to them with the Maledict on.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And it's only level 2 in that situation.
Yeah, he's not even maxing it because he's got the cask against the summons, so he really wants those dealt with.
Cast. Impulse is down. Quinn comes in. Astral Step as well as the ulti from Fear once again. He'll hold it, doing some damage on SVG. The Fissure is used just to stop Fear. They'll get the kill into Eternal Envy. The Magnetize comes in from Snaking. Lucent Beam finishes off SVG. Moo gets 1. It's a 1-for-1 trade. That's a support for a core so far. Rolling Boulder doesn't land from Snaking, but they've got the Lucent Beam. Can they continue to get more? They're looking forward. Fissure hits onto a couple, and they'll get the kill onto Fear. Quinn gets 1. The Remnant locks in Brax. Down goes Snake King. Make it another. 4 heroes gone on the side of Business Associates. Quincy crew only losing this Enchantress.
Yeah, looking really good from them. Honestly, MSS is playing out of his mind. Like he went for Fissure Max, which is not something that you usually see on Earthshaker, but he's been pretty far away from the Blink, and he's been fighting a lot. So the Fissure has been of huge value in these team fights. And he's saving it to cancel the Witch Doctor ulti, and then he's getting another use out of it again because he has the cooldown reduction. Very nice. Now he's almost got the Blink Dagger.
MSS, yeah, getting close to that Blink Dagger. What do we got here for Lilith? Necro, Arcanes, Blink. Sitting third on the net worth. Black Hole's available. But behind him, too, look at Quinn going in for Eternal Envy. Fraxo with the Sprout. Fissure hits onto a couple. Eternal Envy locked up. MSS continuing forward. Gets the kill on a Snake King. Fear with the ulti once again. It feels like this is always available. They kill off Quinn. Wrath of Nature flies through. And, well, you are maybe positioning to go in on this fight. But SVG will drop to Moo as he gets a double kill.
so sad playing Enchantress versus Razor because it's weird because Razor, when he gets attack speed, he hits in the static link faster, but Untouchable doesn't work against the static link auto attacks. So you just shred the Enchantress as if her passive doesn't exist. It's a very weird interaction.
Imclaw for Moo. Pupil's Gift for Enigma, which he'll hold on to. Is Fear going greedy? No. I was wondering if he was going Guardian Greaves once again. But he ends up going Tranquils into the Vlads.
Yeah, Vlad seems pretty good this game. He's got 3 right clickers.
Lewis spotted.
Yes,
Hold
hold
him
up.
up. Yeah, he's got the black hole if he's willing to use it, but Moo is here, so he'll just hold it to his grave. He'll get the kill. Brax will get credit for that one, and that's the mobility that we're seeing from this lineup, or we're expecting from this lineup to help take out this Enigma.
Yeah, Moo was standing just out there, so he could not have hold if he wanted to. Moo was waiting to cancel it with the Loosen Beam. Pretty easy when you have 350 cast range, up until Lelis gets his BKB, which he is working on next.
So Moo, sitting second on the net worth. Dragonlance, 2 Wraithbands, and Helm of the Dominator.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Essence
under
Ring
attack.
for this Razor. Yeah, he'll hold it. No shock on that one. Dragon Scale drops. But these tier 2 neutrals drop to finish off all 4 for both teams.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
MSS was able to pick up a Philosopher's Stone, giving him the remaining money that he needed for his Blink Dagger. He's happy about that. So he's got to complete a Blink on Earthshaker. If they want to take a fight on Quincy, this is a very good time. You have Blink on Enigma, you have Hole, you have Blink on Earthshaker, you have Echo Slam, and Troll has his completed Battle Fury, so he's doing a massive amount of AoE damage right now. Quinn also has his Aghanim Scepter. Have that silence to work with.
We have potential time to start going into fight. And they do smoke. It was scanned by Business Associates, so they know that there were heroes in the area. They've got Braxton snaking with Eternal Envy up towards top, while Moo is bottom, continuing to farm with a little bit of support from Fear, but Fear now moving towards this this top lane. He has a TP if he wants to join in even quicker. He'll walk all the way across for now. Malphus, Fissure, look at the damage onto Eternal Envy. So quick, Quinn gets the kill, Moo comes over, Lucent Beam is out on MSS as well as the Magnetize. They'll get the kill onto the Earthshaker, but they do lose Snake King. Moo makes the rotation in, Astral Step, Fear, he's invis, he's waiting for his moment to pounce. They've got the silence, and now Yawar coming under the tower. Brax, Malphus, damage from SVG with the impetus, and these Eidolons hitting. They will get the kill onto the Nature's Prophet, and this is slow but secure from Quincy Crew.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
With the catapult alive, so now okay, it ends up dying, but they should be able to get this tower either way with Yoar here.
Dire's top tower
Don't even try to
has
fight it
fallen.
for business.
And once you lose those heroes in that exchange, it's time to just allow the tower to fall. Fight another day. So what's next? It is the Yules for Quinn.
Yeah, either way, with whichever build you go for, it almost feels like this hero just goes like Yules into Ags or Ags into Yules, because either way you want the other thing. You want the instant disable, but you also want that ridiculous Resonant Pulse charges for the double silence. Both things just feel so strong in this hero. So looks like a smoke from business.
Yeah.
What are they fighting around here? Nothing really. Just cooldowns. They just have cooldowns and they want to go fight.
Have we seen the Eclipse get dropped yet? I know I mistook it for a singular Lucent beam earlier, but
I haven't seen it. I mean,
I
it's
don't
been
think
off.
it's come
It's
down.
been off my camera at least. If he has been doing it. They don't really look to do anything special with this smoke. They just control up their jungle. They're probably hoping to maybe get a easy, clean pick off on somebody.
Dire's middle tower is under
See
attack.
Envy struggling for net worth right now. He's going into the BKB, which I believe is getting delivered.
Now is a good time to smoke.
Well, they'll have the BKB on Moo and Envy.
Okay, that's a great time. Let's go, boys. This is the time to fight.
They can kill Quinn. That would be a good kill to have. Aether Remnant. Smoke broken.
Oh man, Envy went the
Dire's
long
middle
way.
tower is under attack.
And just massive TPs towards bottom. Because if you look over, Brax has been caught. Got MSS here as well. So now can you catch up? You've got Snaking look for the rolling boulder. But Yawar ducks down bot, and he tries to get into the trees to survive this. But now with the BKB as well as the TP out, he's successfully escaping from this one. Rolling boulder in, they've got themselves right on top of this Enigma. Lelis, he turns for a second, maybe thinking to do something with that, but now is not the time. He ends up gone for 45 seconds without buyback. Yawar goes back into the fight with the battle trance onto Brax. Brax somehow still alive. Quinn moving forward, throws down an Aether Remnant, but it won't catch anyone. They get the kill onto the troll, Snaking staying with Quinn. Astral step away. Business Associates, they come out with well, the buyback from Brax.
They share my
The buyback used by the Earthshaker.
not my fault.
Really nice fighting by Business there. Catching Lelis, that is absolutely the key. This is
Again, dissimulate. Quinn.
not enough heroes alive to commit to that if you're Quincy.
Denied.
Lelis really needs his BKB. That's the timing that Quincy is waiting for.
He's almost on it too. Be silence. Extra step forward. I don't know if that's the move you want to make, but there's the three-man fissure and the three-man echo slam. So he kind of baits himself in. Eternal Envy as well as Snaking. Now the Eclipse gets dropped down, but the damage isn't there. SVG as well as MSS are gone. They'll get Quinn.
Are you serious?
What a turnaround after a well-placed Echo Slam. Moose stands his ground once again, no fear in his eyes, and is able to use that Eclipse to get them 3.
Man, that's pretty cool. Moo basically realized that with these heroes, you have Enchantress, you have Earthshaker, and you have Void Spirit. Which one of these heroes does damage if you press BKB? None of them do. Old Impetus, it would, right? So if he pops BKB and he pops Eclipse, he is not going to take enough damage to die there, even with 20% HP left. It is really cool he's able to quickly make that calculation and turn that around, because a lot of people would hold BKB. It's like, I don't want to waste it. I'm about to die. But he knows, he's like, they can't kill me. Let's go, guys. Let's go right now. Let's go. So cool.
So while that is happening, Yamar continuing to farm, going into the MKB. You've got Moose on top of the net worth now. He's calling Satanic.
Classic build, yeah. Get the Satanic, get the Butterfly. His Glaives hit for 10 billion damage. Life steals for his entire HP, and then he can eventually pick up that Rapier in the late game.
Dire are scanning.
Brax going to the pipe.
Brax is right in. Oh, okay. No, he's going to
He
cancel
was
that.
thinking about it. Envy spots SVG, Plasma Field. SVG will use the enchant onto Eternal Envy. He'll turn around, go up the steps. But again, this is trying to figure out who will go and get Roche, as bottom is being pushed in by Brax continuing. He's TPing in.
Man, you love having a Nature's Prophet on your team whenever there's one of these late game Roche fights. Especially if you're Dire, because he can just sit down here in this bot lane and constantly shove it out. And all of a sudden, Yawar has to play on the opposite side of the map of the Roche pit. He even committed his TP. So he's 54 seconds. He can't get to the Roche pit if Business really wanted to go take Roche right now. But they take it so slowly, it's quite dangerous.
So just a 5k lead so far. Black Hole is up. Everything available for both sides. And another smoke purchased by Fear. Business maybe looking to make the move.
Yeah, we really need to see this BKB Black Hole from Lelis. Like, this is going to be the big determining factor, like whether or not he can hit this. Honestly, on Moo, he needs to get Moo with this. Otherwise, I think the fight is lost. Most likely.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So yeah, it looks like they're setting up. Question is, are they going to use that smoke or are they just going to charge through mid? Could just back smoke, maybe going to Roche, back smoke, fight.
Dire's bottom tower
They've got
is
plenty
under
of
attack.
options here, and so that BKB is ready for Lewis. Zest blinks away, rolling boulder. Not gonna catch him, but the boulder smash hits. Fissure now on to 2. They find just the Earthshaker with that smoke, but it really doesn't turn into much.
That's a good item. Troll, so stoked to
Dire's
get
middle
the Titan
tower
Sliver.
is
Are you
under
really going to take it, Quinn? You greedy mid player. Give that to your Troll. I think we'll probably see them swapping items soon.
So Yawar's in a Roche. This is going to be a big one. Definitely potentially game deciding. Quinn goes for the outpost. He's almost got that Deso. I'll send the treants in. Boulder blink forward from Envy, looking over at Yawar. The BKB is going to be popped, and now Quinn comes into the fight. They've got the Astral Step. They get the kill on the Razor already. Black Hole hits on a Moo, and rolling Boulder in, so Snake King's in some trouble. There's the Echo Slip and the damage from Brax. MSS is already dead. The Eclipse gets used once again. They look over at Yawar. Do they have the control? No, they don't, with the Astral Step being used by Quinn to take out Moo. Snake King next on the menu. Fear throws the cast, but nothing more he can do. And now Brax is inside his own Sprout. Leolis right here. They've gotten silence and nowhere for him to go. A full team wipe for Quincy crew. Go claim your prize. Get yourself the
Radiant's
Aegis.
top tower is under
Yeah, man,
attack.
Lelis just knows that if he Black Holes Luna, there is absolutely nothing that Boo can do about that. He just dies. And then number 2, that is all the damage on the side of Associates at this point in the game. That is all the significant damage, as well as I think it's really cool that Yawar instantly pressed the ult the moment Envy went on him. Like, Envy blinked in, and most trolls would just run away and try to get away from the static link, right? But Yawar is like, okay, you wanna fight? Let's go. I'm gonna 1v1 you right now. I'm gonna kill you. You blink. You can't get out. You have no way of getting out. Your BKB does nothing. My MKB goes
Dire's
through your
middle tower
BKB.
is under attack.
So he's able to just completely shred him by doing that. Like, he did not play with fear in that fight at all. Not the player.
Dire's middle tower
The feeling.
has fallen.
Sometimes hard to distinguish the two.
Yeah, especially when he's playing this Witch Doctor. Drops that death ward, you know. I am fear.
Fear me. Moo, he's got the Satanic finish. He bought out with it, so, you know, of course he'll be short that buyback. Might have an opportunity to now stand and bang just like he's been doing. He's got that status resistance up to 30% only. As I say only, but that's because he had 67% in the previous game.
That's the highest I've ever seen it, I think. I think that's probably the highest you can get it, realistically, with items.
Some beam. Magnetic grip with Boulder Smash. Now the Fissure comes in and hits onto Eternal Envy. They also have the Aether Remnant, so now Yawar will chase Envy. Fuel comes in, they've got themselves the silence. BKB's gonna be popping as well as the Static Link coming in. He's used that Essence Ring. A little bit more health. Back off. That BKB is no longer available. They'll catch Snake King. They've got the Aether Remnant. They'll have the damage. They'll grab the kill. So Yawar now on a killing spree. 15,000 net worth lead and no buyback available on the Earth Spirit.
Take bot tower just because it's free.
Dire's bottom tower.
Such
is
low
under
HP.
attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They could high ground, but it's a bit risky. Quinn?
You're just going with the old DUR. Lucent Beam continuing forward. SVG takes the aggro from that ult. You are able to back off, but now you take a look at Wrath of Nature. That takes quite a bit of damage. Quinn, he's low, but has the Nature's attendance.
They're just kind of delaying to make space for Snake King to respawn here. But Quincy, they are chilling in the triangle. They don't want to let business out of their base if they don't have to.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Black
Radiant
Hole is
structures
up.
are
Everything
fortified.
available for the Quincy crew. 44 seconds till they have Wrath of Nature. 33 seconds till the Death Ward is ready for Fear. Hang on disc for Razor. It's been that kind of game. I mean, MV has just been
Wow.
continually the target. 3, 8, and 15.
He loves this item, man. He goes this like every other game. What an absolute sort of player he is. Oh, Brax.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Caught. Jules, no Aether Remnant. Lewis is here. They'll have Malefice with the Fissure, so the lockdown continual as they'll grab the life of the Nature's Prophet.
Your life.
Brax is kind of playing in the only area that he really can, barring like cutting the bot wave. Top is the only free space. Lelis has a full Octarine core
Core. Holy hell.
It fills me
with the CDR talent too. You talked about the cooldown of the Witch Doctor ulti. Well, now Lelis has about the same cooldown on his Black Hole. And he's gonna catch Snake King here.
Boulder. Does he jump? Yeah. He'll make the jump. He's got the Malefice, so Snake King now trying to leave. Take away those trees of the Midnight Pulse. Commits the Black Hole to this. He does have the Octarine, so it's not the longest cooldown anymore, but still a big commitment there for an Earth Spirit.
Once again, I honestly think it's reasonable. It's just, it's such a low cooldown with the cooldown reduction that he has, and as well as like he hasn't really been given the chance to use it effectively. And I don't think they want to push this high ground just yet. It feels really hard to high ground into this Associates lineup. Like they just want to choke the map out. So anytime you're choking the map out, using abilities to get kills like that is good, because it's like psychological damage to Associates. Like if you come out of your base, I will black hole you. Like you are not safe doing this.
So late for you one. He is so far ahead of Moo. 6,000 more net worth, and this is becoming a desperation play for business associates who are down 20,000.
Who's getting that Ags? Speaking of desperation, he needs something crazy to win these team fights.
Got the ward. Spots Lois. Rolling Boulder in. That hits onto the Enigma. They've got the silence with the Lucent Beam, but the BKB has been popped.
Dire's bottom
If their Remnant locks in, move. Fissure hits onto 2. BKB's about to run out, but the Abyss Blade is out into Eternal Enemy. You are using that Battle Trance on Razor as well. Lucent Beam hits on SVG. They'll chase down Eternal Enemy, get the kill onto the Razor. They'll look over at Snake King, make it a second. SVG eating some shots from Moo, taking his attention away from the rest of the fight. The Fissure hits on these other 2 heroes that are alive. They'll use the Eclipse, but is it going to matter? Yoar with the spider legs gets away. Fear ends up dead. They'll buy back on Brax. Moo BKB, but there's the Black Hole. The BKB didn't last long enough. It's not going to matter anymore because Moo, you will lose your life. It's just a matter of when. Got the Fissure. They'll get the kill. The GG will be called, and Quincy crew will split this series at 1 apiece.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, they've been...
Oh, my game crashed.
Oh, nice. I finally wasn't the one. Yeah, they've been really hungry for this win. Like, their last 4 games on Quincy crew have all been so close and with such tough opponents. You can really sense that they're like, man, just give us a win. Like, it's not cool that we're about to go 0-4, and you know, finally they're 1-3 now. But once again, really tough opponents for the first few games that they're playing, and finally they get their win with some really nice team play. Really nice.
Yeah, it was really good from Quincy Crew. I think there were moments there where Business Associates looked good in that game. Obviously, throughout the series, I think Business Associates obviously showed what they were made of, and so did Quincy Crew. Like, that was really well played from Lelis, who's still getting used to this team. He's finally become an official member. I think MSS had a series that was really nice. Despite the loss in the first game, I think there were things there from Quincy Crew in that first game that worked out really well for them. So both teams, a lot to take away from this series, a lot to unpack and a lot to learn.
I really like the choice to lane Lelis bot at the start. Laning him the safe lane meant that the honestly double counter of like the Witch Doctor and the Luna Glaives didn't really do much. He just kept the wave under his tower. That let Yawar basically get a solo lane top, and they could put a lot of pressure on Envy mid. And it does seem like a lot of this Business Associates team is based around Envy making a ton of space. So if you're able to shut down Envy, it basically just becomes 4 people running around dying while Mu farms, instead of, having this Envy to deal with who's snowballing as well as Mu, who's like farming behind the scenes. So really good play from Quincy Crew, kind of dismantling Business in this game.
Yeah, that's one of the things I talked about Business Associates is, they need Envy to have a good game because it can't just all be on Mu. Those are the games where they really struggle, is when it's just on Mu. And you can see how important Envy's farm is, how important it is for him to be involved. And when he's having a rough game like that, you could see just how much it starts to deteriorate for the team. So it ends up being a bit difficult. They end up splitting 1 apiece, and now you've got back-to-back with 4 Zoomers. So it'll be 4 Zoomers first up against Midas Club, and then 4 Zoomers up against Plasma. We'll be back with that series in just a moment. Stay right there. I'm Caster Bkop, joined here by Jenkins at Bkop92 at Jenkins Dota. Follow us to know when we're casting next. We'll be back in a second. Stay right there.